Hi everyone. Hope you all are fine. And with those beautiful smiles, let's begin. Looking at the shapes, what do you think we are going to study? Yes, something related to four-sided figure. So today we are going to learn about classify quadrilaterals. In this lesson, we will learn how to classify different quadrilaterals and name them. Before classifying quadrilaterals, let's know what is a quadrilateral. A quadrilateral is a four-sided polygon with four angles. The sum of angles in a quadrilateral is 360 degrees. Classify quadrilaterals. We will be classifying 5 types of quadrilaterals: trapezoid, parallelogram, rectangle, square, rhombus. Let's know about trapezoid. A trapezoid is a quadrilateral with one pair of parallel sides. Let's see some figures of trapezoid. Now let's know the next quadrilateral, which is parallelogram. A parallelogram is a quadrilateral which has two pairs of opposite parallel sides which are equal in length. Now let's see some figures of parallelogram. Now let's know about the next quadrilateral, which is rectangle. A rectangle is a parallelogram with four right angles, which means a rectangle is a parallelogram. Its opposite sides must be congruent or equal, and it must satisfy all the other properties of parallelogram. Now let's see some examples for rectangle. Let's know about the next quadrilateral, which is rhombus. A rhombus is a type of parallelogram which has all four sides of equal length. Now let's see some examples for rhombus. Now let's know about the next quadrilateral, which is a square. A square has all four sides congruent or equal and its sides intersect at 90 degrees. Square have the properties of rhombus and rectangle. Let's see some examples for square. Now let's know what are the properties of square. Square is a rhombus. Why? Why a square is a rhombus? Because square have all sides of same length. Square is also said to be a rectangle because it have each angle which is 90 degrees. Now let's know about the properties of quadrilaterals. In rectangle, we have four right angles and opposite sides are equal. In square, we have four right angles and four equal sides. In parallelogram, we have two pairs of parallel sides which are of equal length. A rhombus is a parallelogram with four equal sides. A trapezoid have one pair of parallel lines. Now let's see the relationship between different quadrilaterals. This is the figure which shows how different types of quadrilateral are related to each other. Now let's see an example. Every square is a parallelogram. We need to say whether the sentence is true or false. Now see here, square and parallelogram. Are they related to each other? Yes. When I see square and parallelogram, I move upwards. Means whenever I move upwards in this family diagram, it means the sentence is true. So I say every square is a parallelogram. Is true. Now let's see one more example related to the relationships of quadrilaterals. Every parallelogram is a square. Now see, parallelogram and square are related to each other. But in this family diagram, I move downwards, which means parallelogram will not have all the properties of square. Means this sentence is false. Always remember, in this family diagram of quadrilaterals, whenever we move upwards, the sentence is always true. Whenever we move downwards, the sentence is always false. Now let's solve a problem from your classwork, page 865. In question 3 to 6, tell whether each statement is true or false. Let's take the help of our family diagram of quadrilaterals. Always remember, whenever we move upwards, the statement is true. Whenever we move downwards, it is false. So now let's have our question. Question 3. All rectangles are squares. So in this family diagram, our rectangle and square are related? Yes, it is related. So can all rectangles be square? So if I see the diagram, I am moving downwards. So will the statement be true or false? Yes, it is false because all rectangles need not be square. Now, next question. Every rhombus is a parallelogram. Now see the relationship. Rhombus and parallelogram. Are we moving upwards or downwards? Yes, you're right. We are moving upwards. So will it be true or false? True. Now let's solve another problem. Problem number 5. Parallelogram are special rectangles. Now see the relationship between parallelogram and rectangle. Are we moving upwards or downwards? Downwards. So whether the statement is true or false? Yes, the statement is false. Now next problem. A trapezoid can be a square. Now see, trapezoid and square, are they related? No. So will the statement be true? No. So it is false. Now, in question 7 to 10, write whether each statement is true or false. So now let's see question number 7. All rhombus are rectangles. Now see the relationship between rhombus and rectangles. Do you have any relationship between rhombus and rectangles? No. So will the statement be true? No. So what should I say? The statement is false. Next, every trapezoid is a quadrilateral. Now see, the relation between trapezoid and a quadrilateral? Are we moving upwards or downwards? Upwards. So the statement is true or false? Yes, you're right. The statement is true. Now let's solve the next question. Question number 9. Rhombus are special parallelogram. Now see the relationship between rhombus and parallelogram. Are we moving upwards or downwards? Upwards. So will it be true or false? Yes, you're right. It is true. Now next, all rectangles are quadrilaterals. Now see the relationship between rectangles and quadrilateral. Are we moving upwards or downwards? Yes, you're right. We are moving upwards. So the statement is true or false? Yes, the statement is true. Now let's solve a problem from your book, question number 11. What properties does the shape have? Why is it not a parallelogram? Now look at the figure carefully. Does it have 4 sides? Yes. A figure with 4 sides is called as? Yes, you are right, a quadrilateral. Now look at this figure carefully. Whether it have any parallel sides? No, it does not have any parallel sides. But I can see that 2 pairs of lines are equal. So it is a quadrilateral with 2 sets of equal non-parallel sides. Now, what are the properties of parallelogram? Yes, a parallelogram have 2 pairs of equal parallel sides. So as it does not have parallel sides, it's not a parallelogram. Now let's solve one more problem from your classwork. Problem number 12. Why is square a rhombus? Now look at the figure carefully. Rhombus and square. What are their properties? Yes, rhombus and square both are parallelogram. Okay. One more property. Yes, both have equal sides. Okay. Now look at this family tree. Whether they are related? Yes. Square is under rhombus in the family tree of quadrilaterals. Thank you.